Why, greetings, everyone. It is Gleekon, and I'm here again, bringing you another missive from the world of Warcraft, from Azeroth, from the Eastern Kingdoms, from Kalimdor, as we explore them all. Every episode, every single tidbit, in-game lore, and things created by fantastic artists who love this world as much as we do. We're currently in the middle of a walkthrough of the entire universe of World of Warcraft Classic, every quest on Horde and Alliance that you can possibly do. We'll get there. We'll get to them all eventually. We just started Thousand Needles as a Alliance, which is a truncated experience compared to what you would get as Horde. And we're going to continue that now as we start the globe-trotting, difficult elite part of this journey. So stay a while and listen. Yeah, so you in Thousand Needles as Alliance, you're pretty much just in the Shimmering Flats. At some point I will go in and fix my line of code so I don't get that Lua error anymore. I really thought I replaced it, so it shouldn't have mattered. But as you can see, we're in Ratchet right now. There's a couple of reasons we need to be in Ratchet. There are 2 quests that they sent us to. We also have to hop on the boat. I hope we don't miss it. I don't see it there, so that gives us a moment. We have to do Goblin Sponsership, and we're also going to be sent back to Wharfmaster Dizzywig here. I don't remember if we ever did our fishing. We did not. So we also owe ourselves 5 points of fishing. We can do that on this episode. We'll start right here while we're in Ratchet. But first, let's pick up Goblin Sponsership and the following quest.
Podzik sent you, huh? You know, Podzik was one of the most respected tinkerers
I'm going to let him
in
talk as I run because I don't want to miss the
before
boat.
he retired to start working on the racers. The first thing he did when he joined the team was develop the 2-engine model racers. Could be that the businesses will suffer without him working with the Tinkers Union, but who cares, right? There's nothing like the races. Back to what you came here about. I know I promised Podzik that I'd deliver a new fuel regulator for him, but I still haven't received it yet. Revelgaz over in Booty Bay said he'd have it shipped over, but it might be it slipped through the cracks somehow. If that's true, there's not much we can do about it. We can at least find out if it was dispatched from Booty Bay. Check in with Wharfmaster Lozgill over there. He should be able to check the cargo records.
Alright, so as we're getting Goblin Sponsership here, we now have a reason to go to Booty Bay.
Yo!
Another reason. Speak up. Tell me, drop it off and pick it up.
Oh yes, parts for Kravel. I'm glad you're here. These things have been sitting out here for days, and I was afraid they'd rust. Here's Kravel's package, adventurer, and when you deliver it, tell him if he wants more special orders, then he'll have to pay his tab.
Alright, so he just gives us parts to go right back and drop off. This one does not send us over to Booty Bay, but that's okay. Okay, also I want to read the Fizzle Brassbolt letter. So this is the one that's sending us to Badlands. We'll probably take care of all of the traveling on our first run here when we make it over to the Eastern Kingdoms. Good Martek, I'm in a jam and I need your help. My brother and I are building a race car, and we need strong pistons. Nothing I try is hard enough. Nothing can hold up to our new car's speed, and so the engine breaks down constantly. You're an expert in crafting with metal. You must help. You're the only one who can. Here are the piston specifications. Length 32 WW. Width 12 WW. Weight 23.5 IBG to 25.5 IBG. Conduction 70 TC. They're just making up this stuff. Shear strength 98 or higher. Combobule rating super stout or higher. Oh, there you go. In the case you forgot, gnomish measurements, WW is whisker width, IBG is itty bitty grams, and TC is toe curls. Aha. So we have a reason now, because of that, to go to the Badlands. which we'll do. That's a little bit tricky because when we go there, we are going to be killing mobs that are kind of at the fringes of our power. I mean, a lot of these things really are. Like I said, I don't think that we're going to get to 39. I don't think it's going to happen without doing some dungeon questing, which we need by the end. 38 would be ideal if we could get there. All of them we could probably handle. Some of these are just free XP, not a lot. So it says in the quest log we have 112, but a lot of those, I mean, that includes those. This is nothing now. And the Razorfen Crawl quest is included in that XP. So you got to shave a little bit of that off because it says we have 11,000 XP. We need 34,000 remaining XP. We have 41. So with the 2 we just turned in, we got 55%. As the boat kind of sends us along, we'll go do the spreadsheet real quick where we turned in Goblin Sponsership 1 and picked up 2. We've gotten 1 point of fishing in this time. Fishing is generally in the ballpark of 5 casts to a point. That's going to change. And too far away. Okay, so now as we sail away, we'll go ahead and do our quest walkthrough. So we did Goblin Sponsership 1 and 2, and we finished part 1. So let's go ahead and mush that over there. Finished our first quest, picked up another, and we just completely did Wharfmaster Dizzywig. That's done, and he gave us a quest to go back. I think it's called, let's look and see, Parts for Cravel. Yeah. So that's a ratchet one we just picked up, and we just drop that off whenever we get to 1,000 needles, and I think it kind of opens up some more in the chain. I forgot I'm not checking these neutrals. So we've finished a lot of them. Now, Martek the Exile, we're about to go do now. We're on Encrusted Tailfins. That'll be part of what we do. Delivery to the Gnomes, the Rumor Monger. These are all easy. They'll spin out from that. And then that will send us, the Rumor Monger will send us back to Stranglethorn. And we will have Dream Dust in the Swamp, Rumors for Cravel. That's a tough combo of things. Now, Endurium. That's the quest we're going to get when we go to the Badlands right here. Martek the Exile into Endurium. And then News for Fizzle. Endurium Ore is a repeatable one that we'll do. That's probably one that we will just bite the bullet and go to the auction house for. Just so that we can say, checking off in our log, yes, we've done it. Okay, Goblin Sponsership Part 2.
I see some interesting characters come and go here at the port. Watch yourself, adventurer. It's never clear who to trust, what with all of the shady activity that goes on here.
Okay.
Shipments to Ratchet? Let me just check the logbooks. No, the most recent shipment I have on record of going out to Ratchet were boots from Drizzlik. Hasn't been much else other than building supplies and tools. Definitely no race parts. I'm afraid I can't be of much more help to you, adventurer. If you'd like to follow up on it more, I'd suggest you go hit up the Baron himself. If there's anyone who knows Revilgaz's business, it's Revilgaz. You'll find him at the tavern across the harbor, top floor.
So if we start to have some failures, we'll just go buy some bait here. But this is, maybe this zone might be a little bit too high for a level 181 fishing. Might be a pinch too. I mean, I'd have to look it up to know, but we'll be able to tell. Yeah, your fish got away. I don't want to mess with that, so we'll just go find someone that sells some bait right off the bat and then continue our fishing. We'll also turn in the next part of Goblin Sponsership and then pick up the next one. Now, there are quests that we qualify for. We already qualify for more because at level 37, we're way better equipped. I mean, when we were doing this zone with other people, we were like level 30, 31, 32. It's ridiculous.
You will need to find Nat Pagel and Dustwallow Marsh
there
to get
is
any
a-
better than you are
Maybe
currently.
it's downstairs. See, there is just there's a vendor where we can just buy fishing stuff from. I have to go downstairs. I would hope that it would be by the fisherman, but it might be in the Happy Bobber here. We'll just buy one of the...
Help.
Right. See, we already have that. Are we using the strong fishing pole? We're using Blump. Alright, let's upgrade to the strong fishing pole instead of the Blump family fishing pole. Because Blump gives you +3. Now the strong gives you +5. So I will use that. And let's buy one of these. Oh, that's the strongest we can get is the bright baubles, not the aqua dynamic. It's fine. Usually bright baubles are more than enough. Not the aqua dynamic fish attractor. Okay. This should get us through. It's worth the 2 silver or whatever it costs. Okay. So now we have 10 minutes, which is more we need. Since we only have... We're probably very close, 1 or 2 casts away from 182 already. And then we will also... Oh, we need to repair. Technically, I kind of need to look at some cooking. If we could clean some stuff up while we're out here, would be great. Before we head off into the wilds. Because we're also going to have to make a walk up north. For a couple reasons there. We just hit 182. We've got to hit the Vile Reef where we fight these encrusted tailfins. These guys are level 35 to level 36 elite. They're still going to be tough to us. We also have to drop off the Hemet Nesingwary quest. That's just a drop off. Nothing else will come from it. It's actually a decent amount of XP for that. And we'll get some XP from killing these 10 guys. Now, some of them are level 37. What? How many, like I said, will we kill? We're probably going to get around 500 XP each for 10, so we'll get about 5,000. We still need 33,600. And we'll get a couple more, like we got 700 for that. So, I don't remember. There's another quest that sends us up here. I don't know if this is all going to happen together. But we should get in the ballpark of level 38. In doing these, which is good. What I would like to just be at least 38. I'd like to be in that ballpark because let's say we get the last quest and we're not quite there before we get the final one we have to worry about. That's okay because then what we will do is we will go back and do those dungeons. Razorfen, Crawl. Okay, we're at 83. We only have 2 points left. I don't know if you can cook spotted yellowtail. You must be able to, but I don't think I have that recipe with anyone. But I do need to cook this rock scale cod. And I need to buy some soothing spices to make my turtle bisque. So those are 2 things I need to do. If we hit 225 cooking, that's another thing we're going to have to squeeze in here to these things. Luckily, now we have a flight path to Gadget Stand. But, I mean, we're going to hit 5 points. So we'll be at 218. Maybe if we're lucky, we'll be around 220 by the time we finish all these. I mean, yeah. 225 would be cool, too, because then we could also learn spicy chili crab. Spiced chili crab. That's cool. So maybe, I don't know, I just don't know how long this is all going to go. Because there's so much travel, there's so much back and forth. We will have at least one more journey sending us back to the Shimmering Flats. You have to go from here to there a few times. We just got a sturdy locked chest. Should I use one of my skeleton keys on it? Why not? That's what they're there for, right? I probably should have kept some of my silver ones around. Put that in the bank. Maybe I will maybe I will grab my silver ones back out of the bank. Because I bet you the silvers could open some of those. And by the way, we're at 184 fishing. In case you were worried. You know, waiting with bated breath to know when the fishing will be done. It's just a nice Sunday in the real world. And on this Sunday, I don't they do the Booty Bay fishing thing, maybe? I've never competed in all my years of playing World of Warcraft. I've never gone down and done the Booty Bay fishing extravaganza. It is something I think would be cool to do, and we'll probably do it together maybe on the show at some point. I've been playing some retail a little bit, and like I said, it's been a while, and I notice now that anytime I complete a quest with my wife as I'm walking her through the Dragon Isles, it says, like, your warband has already completed this quest. What is your warband? Is that, like, my group of characters that I control? Like, my stable of characters? I'm going to have to look that up, because I'm not quite sure what the warband is. But that's, out of context, kind of what I suspect it might be. Which is kind of neat, because it's tracking for you. Have you ever done such a quest before? Alright, finally we're done fishing. Cool, thanks for the patience. Let's go get a little bit of, we're done fishing yet. Let's get a little cooking materials. Maybe we can find a trade vendor somewhere. We also need to repair and smelt. If I can do that, would be nice. Look for maybe... Here's a cooking thing next to an engineer. We can at least cook the rock scale cod. But we need to find a vendor that can sell us the soothing spices so I can cook that turtle meat. We have a ton of meat. Let's see if we get any points of cooking. My hope was that we'd get at least around 2. So far, none. Oh, we got 1 point. Excellent. Can we get a second? Can I get... Oh, we did. And the benefit... Oh, we got a 3rd point, which is great, but that has dropped all of my other recipes. We got a 4th point. That dropped all my other recipes down to yellow. So there's the downside on that. Excellent. And a 5th point. So the trade-off, we got 5 total points. That's awesome. We can hopefully get close to 5 more. This is leatherworking supplies. I bet you this guy down here at the Old Port Authority, I bet you there's some trade vendor or something in there. Engineering. Well, we can sell and repair. I don't need this stuff. Save that. We could probably read that Fizzle Breastbolt letter.
Farewell.
I want to smelt my metal too, if I can find a smelting spot. There's a bower. Pirate supplies. Good food.
I supply only the
Oh,
finest
look at this.
goods.
Giant clam scorcho. That's cool. And I'm gonna buy this cooked glossy mite fish. All of these other things coming up. Oh, that's 240. That's gonna take a lot of inventory space up. But I also need 5. And can I cook? Do you have a pot somewhere, buddy?
See you
Now, what are you? Oh, he sells a swashbuckling shirt. I don't care about the cockatiels. But that's cool. We have all these recipes now. We gotta fix them soon. I have to maybe put some stuff in the bank, take some stuff out of the bank. Alright. We just were cooking. Maybe up here. Cool. The priest just buffed me. Nice. Yeah, buddy. Okay. Let's cook the turtle bisque. See what we get here. 19. Good. 20. Fantastic. So we are 5 points away from getting almost all of those recipes we just picked up. I love it. 22. 3 points away. We are 2 points away. 2 points away from... And I can learn one of these. Yeah, this giant clam, which is cool because I have found giant clam meat, but it's never worked for me before. Okay, we will read this letter when we're starting our walk forward, but let's go ahead and we'll also work on turning in some of this other stuff. I think there's a bank. Yeah, there's a bank. Let's go ahead and use that. Maybe I can get rid of some of these things in my inventory. There's an auctioneer too, but nobody uses that. I remember back in the day, people would use it. Jeez Louise. Alright, where are those keys? I sold them. I didn't even save them, I sold them. That's a bummer. Okay. I have tons of these healing potions. We just have a bunch of junk, if we're being honest here. And it's taking up all my bag space. Alright. Not a lot I can do about that. We at least try to find a smelting area as well. Alright, so if we go talk to Baron Revelgaz, he's basically the leader of Booty Bay. He, I guess, loves racing or something. He's maybe the sponsor. Find out all these quests that we'll pick up at a later date.
Welcome to Booty Bay, partner. I hope your stay in my town is enjoyable and uneventful. Emphasis on the latter. We've got plenty of drink if you're thirsty, and plenty of bouncers if you're antsy. Now then, what can this humble servant of the Steamweedle cartel do for you? Better still, what can you do for me, eh? Oh, sure, of course I know what you're talking about. Nope, can't help you, though. Some of my men were supposed to go track down the blueprints for the fuel regulator, but they came back empty-handed. See, the venture company shredders out in Lake Nasfaridi, in northern Stranglethorn, have been equipped with a new model fuel regulator. I was thinking that Potzik would be able to take advantage of it if he could get some details. Unfortunately, Kozel, the foreman out there, appears to be a little more clever than I gave him credit for. You seem like you might have more luck finding the blueprints, though. I know he keeps them in his house, but they're almost certainly under lock and key.
Alright, so that's cool, though, because that gives us another thing to do up here in the Stranglethorn Vale. So we have a few quests over here. We can mix a few together. What I want to find is a smelting kind of area. This place over here, it's called Boucher's Cauldron. That's probably alchemy. Southern All Things Flora. A tailor, 2 cities. Well, what I need is a little smelting area. There's a blacksmithy right there. That's what I wanted, was a forge. Because that could possibly get us some room. We have a bunch of things taking up space in our inventory here. Which, hopefully this will help. Maybe I could even, you know, make something with this stuff. Maybe, perhaps, with all this bronze I'm going to have. I just want to get rid of all this tin. So this will bring me down to 10 tin. What am I going to do with 9? Or actually, this will give me 18 bars of tin. Pretty decent. And I have some silver to mix it with. So maybe, and then the silver, since I have stacks of silver, this will clear up an inventory spot when I have a bunch of iron. Okay, yeah, that'll just clear that one spot over there. Damn. Perfect. So that guy buys me 1 spot. Now, smelting this iron, I don't think it's actually going to buy me a spot because, oh, actually it will. Because I only had 5, so that'll bring me to 19. Oh, maybe not. I might be a little over. Oh, I think it'll be okay. So that'll actually buy me 2 spots for the iron. Love that. Some of this we just have to bring back. Ooh, look at those heavy stones. Bunch of them. I'll go ahead and smush that up too. I might as well toss this coarse stone because I'm not going to mine any more tin. I'm done with it. So I might as well sell that. So let's go ahead and see what we have here with the... I mean, I could make a coarse weight stone, sure, and apply that to my weapon in a mow. That's fine. And then heavy grinding stone, that we need for sure. Alright, so at least that's something. I didn't just sell it for nothing. I'll have whatever it is, 30 minutes for extra damage. Which is good, because we're about to go fight those encrusted dudes, and those persist through death. So that's good. Alright, so looking in here now, if we just look at what's available for bronze, yeah, those require... That's so annoying. The silver require things we don't have. That's just straight up 6, but it's green only. And those require coarse grinding stones, which I'm not going to have. I do have that medium leather. That's a yellow, and they're 8. Can I find something that costs 9? That would be so good. I can go back and get that leather, that light leather. That's all I want to do is maximize. If I do that, that's... Okay, so that would be 12. This is 8, which would leave me with 2 pieces of bronze. I would love to get just a little bit. That's 7, 6. See that? If I just made these 3, that's probably... I'll just make them. Because that's just boom, boom, boom. I probably won't level up from it, but it just gives me... It'll completely clear the bronze out of my inventory. Make a little money off of it, and I had a chance.
How are you?
Okay, so at least we made some money. 27 silver. Cleared up a little bit more inventory spots too. 3 more spots cleared up from pushing through that bronze like that. That's pretty good. We still need 10 more. Now the green iron, I can make 3 of those. Alright. But that's not imperative. So I'm going to... I'll hold off, because that will not open up any inventory spots for me or anything like that. Alright, so I think we're good. I think we've played around with everything that we can play around with. I'm stuck back here. Ugh. I could make a heavy silk bandage if I want. Sure. Yeah, so we're getting close to needing to go there, too. To the...
Looking for something specific? Safe travel.
Whatever the little triage where you learn. I haven't done that on Alliance yet, actually, because my Alliance guy is a tailor, so I haven't quite... I'm about the same level of... I still haven't hit 225. Because I use all my cloth. Alright, so what we're doing now is we're making a run. We're going to stay on the road, and we're going to work our way up for a few things. We're going to first do this, then we're going to hit over there to Nesingwary, and then we're going to finish it up by doing the Vile Reef. We will later come back for more quests here when we do Zanzil. So if I can get a peek at Zanzil zombies, I believe they are, like I said, they're somewhere in the ballpark of level 44, 43, 44. So first let's do the spreadsheet. Alright, so we finished Goblin Sponsership 2, right? And we picked up Goblin Sponsership 3. Okay, bam, bam. And then we finished Goblin Sponsership 3. And picked up Goblin Sponsership 4. Which I believe is to do what we're doing right now. So let's just double check, even though this is going to freeze the computer for whatever. I think I spelled sponsorship wrong. I did. Sponsorship. 1, 2, 3. So yeah, so 4 is the one we're on. Go get the regulator blueprints and the key. Okay, so that's good. What else did we complete? I think that's it. If I scroll back up to where we were... Yeah, Goblin Sponsership, Goblin Sponsership. Looking for yellows here. Yeah, see, those guys are level 41. They're a little strong for us. That should be about it for us on this side of the docks. Yeah, because when we hit the dock, he's what sent us over. Okay, cool. So this guy is a level 37 Foreman Kazel, his key. And then I don't know, you might have to kill one guy. You do have to be kind of careful though. Getting some XP. Where are we at right now? We need 33,000 even. This is kind of going to be... So we've spent kind of half an hour just settling into Stranglethorn, traveling over here from Ratchet, and doing these little kind of breadcrumby style quests, but we ultimately now have hit the spot where we have a few things we need to do in Stranglethorn, and really the biggest connection between between Shimmering Flats is to Stranglethorn. It really wants to push you here next. And I'm still not ready to quest here. I still haven't done it on my regular things. I'm still a couple zones away. I just started Badlands, but I got kind of slowed down. I didn't play that many yesterday, and I ended up doing the fishing quest, which does send you around the world. This guy's level 38. He's a dwarf. It's a level 42. There you go. I just decided to help him out. Okay. Has a 42. He was a level... what did I say? 38. Yeah, so he's one level ahead of me. So it was doable. It's only 4 levels beneath that, but I could see it was slow going, and he's probably just... Maybe he's trying to kill him one by one. Who knows? Because that's what happens if you really were to go over to Stranglethorn right now. This zone is a doozy. But yeah, so I started the Badlands, but then there was a decent amount of travel. I did the fishing, so now on my Horde character, she's just... It just depends what job you pick, really. Since I went Alchemy, that's just a nice, easy job to level up. She's already like... I think 280 or something on her alchemy. She is almost maxed out on cooking. I think she's 280 or something like that, 275 on cooking. Her first aid is... No, her first aid's not that high. It's above 225 because she's done the triage or whatever. It's probably somewhere in the 250 range. And then... What else? Her fishing is... I mean, that's the same for everybody. That's just 5 per level. So she's about 230 on fishing. I saw an ore. Should we go check that out? Depends on what the ore is. Can I even... Iron. Do we like iron? That is what I may... But do I want to risk... Okay, that's cool. They're fighting. I will do it. It's going to already start filling up my inventory, but... Iron is the main thing I want. Can't pass it up, really, if I get a chance. We're at 176 now for mining. It's just something else we keep an eye on. We need to eventually... Whatever. I think Mithril is next. We'll have to get near to that ballpark. I want to be able to build things that are not green iron, because I hate running over to get the dye every time. We're getting a little bit of XP. Just from running around exploring. Okay, so yeah, because now we're already up to 32,400. We're almost there to this Venture Co area. Now the mobs themselves are not very tough, even at the level we're at right now. They'll be fine. As you can see, we're getting into 37 and 38s. That's right where we're at. What makes this part tough is depending on how you approach it, this Venture Co camp, I have made the mistake and got myself in some hot water because you can pull like the entirety of the Venture Co. If you're a little bit lower level and you're not confident about running through these gorillas, just stay on the road. I just felt like cutting off that loop right there. But it doesn't really matter. These jungle thunderers popular pet. The gorillas are popular pets. There's Samantha Swifthoof, a horde that will probably kill you if you walk too close to her. Alright, so here's our Venture Co. Here's where we can start killing guys, and we're not going to really avoid anything. We need first his blueprints, but you need the key first. Again, you got to be kind of careful how you do this. So let's just kill a guy to get our hammer wet. This is a Venture Co geologist. He's going to start by shooting lightning at us. He's a level 35, and we're fine with that. We want the XP 384. I'll take it. So this is a nice, appropriate. This is where we should be leveling up. This is good. No complaints. Okay, we got another geologist. Same deal. So should be a nice rinse and repeat here. Now, if you look, this little building is the blueprints, and that is the key. So you do need to get the key before you get the blueprints. So make sure you do that first. Neither are very hard. If you really, really wanted to, you could probably do this without ever killing a mob. The blueprints are in this house. If you make the mistake and try to go into the actual area, you'll pull like 50 Venture Co, which is what I did the first time I came here. I misread my map. I assumed it was in there. I went in there, and there's just Venture Co everywhere. So don't do that. Don't be like me and seriously hurt yourself by fighting goblins. I mean, I like the Venture Co that has all kinds of like slaves or whatever. Like the Venture Co where you've got goblins and gnolls and lions and tigers and bears, oh my. When it's just goblins, I mean, and you got humans, when you basically have every race in the Venture Co, that's fun. Alright, so somewhere on this little tower is Homeboy. Oh, he got it off. I don't remember this ever giving me any problems, so it's probably not going to give you any problems either. This is the Venture Co Operations Center. He might be all the way at the top. I don't know. I've done this quest on both of my... I've done this quest, I think, 3 other times. I don't believe we... Can't remember if we did this with Varric or not. Maybe we did. Because we're coming right up on the borderline of what he was able to complete. Okay, we got a Gyro Chronotom. We actually need to save that for a quest in Uldaman. And we got page 8 of the Green Hills of Stranglethorn. The Gyro Chronotom sells for on the auction house. People sell it for somewhere in the ballpark of 1 gold. But you need it for a particular quest, so we need to save that. I just bought one last night. That's how I know this is a thing. You also need to save 1 healing potion. So never use your last regular healing potion of that type. Venture Co Mechanic, Venture Co Geologist, neither of those are the guy. Let this guy come, because when he runs, I don't want to have to deal with him. Go. So that was cool. That was a lucky. That will basically save us a gold. And those now the healing potions sell for like 2 silver. So if you don't get the healing potion, no worries. What's going to cost the most when you do end up going to do the Badlands Trinket quest? You'll need patterned bronze bracers, which sell for I can't remember, a few gold. I think around 6 or something. There's page 27. So definitely, if you luckily for us, we can build the patterned bronze bracers on this character, but we will not on our horde. I should actually we need to make sure that we do that. Forgot about that. We need to build 1 set. I didn't forget. I just learned this yesterday, but I was just building things on bronze. Probably should have. Okay, so we got 1 guy right there. I did use my stun smite combo. And I had the vengeance going when I did it, so it was a nice bam bam bam. Parried me. This is why hit percentage is so important for Rat Paladin, like, you just stand there like a buffoon if you get parried or blocked. Okay. My guess is that it's going to be inside this. Yeah, there he is, Foreman Kozul. Okay. He's a level 38, even though this is a level 37 quest. Whatever. Fine. He doesn't seem to be doing anything outside of what we were just experienced. He's a level higher, that's it. Kind of saving my mana in case he does something annoying. Alright, we got his key now. So now we can go retrieve the blueprints. And we're at 27. Oh, we just gained some XP. The blueprints, again, in this little house, there might be some mobs in there. Don't remember. Nope, there's not even any mobs in here. Is that melon juice? No, it's just a barrel. Alright, so we've got something. Now I want to go back. I mean, we could swim across Lake Nasvridi if we want. There's probably some crocs in there or something, but I don't care. We'll just swim across it because I want to go to Hemet's camp right here to turn in the next piece. I see a crocolisk right there. Let's read our little letter. We're not going to read the Green Hills of Stranglethorn yet. We'll save that for when we do that quest line because that's fun. But the letter to Martak says, I'm in a oh no, we already did read the letter. I did read that. So, ignore everything I just said. Remember, we're going to use that weight stone when we are about to do the encrusted tail fins. So that part, not that hard. Well, we just did the Goblin Sponsership. Sure, it's a level 37 quest, but you could probably handle it at 30, you know. I wouldn't go below 33, but even if you're solid at 33, you could handle it. At least 34. So that does start to show you, you know, if you're level 34 in Thousand Needles, where you're already brushing up against the highest level stuff in the area, and so you would already, if that's where you were, be kind of stretching. They ripped our tendons. Rude. Pointy Croc Tooth, thank you for taking up my inventory spot, Pointy Croc. Alright, so now they just wanted us to drop off a box to Hemet Nesingwary. That's going to be some XP, maybe some gold. This is the area, the only part of Stranglethorn we've already done, where we killed these young Stranglethorn tigers and panthers and maybe one other thing. So we actually have been in this area. We spent some extensive time, a few episodes doing this on our Warlock and our Rogue, and it was very time-consuming because we're fighting these mobs, and we were, I don't know why, we were just, maybe we were right, I think when we started we were level 28, 29, so even these things were just, it was just a slog. Whole different experience than where we're at now. I don't know why, maybe it's a gear thing, but it was tough. So here's a vendor, we might as well take advantage of her.
Open for business.
Repair and sell. Yeah, those, not really a lot that we can sell. And let's tell Nesingwary, hey buddy.
How are you?
Is that desert dust on your collar? If my nose tells true, I'd say it's not desert dust. It's desert salt. Been to the Shimmering Flats, have you?
Great! My package from Coalbeard. Thank you, adventurer. This crate holds special gauge ammunition, and it'll serve us well out in the jungle. Here's your pay, and tell me, how is crusty old Cravel these days? Still up to no good, I'd wager.
So just a breadcrumb to get us out here. It's fine. So Hemet Nesingwary is now done. That quest checked off. Another one in the books. All right, now comes. We're not picking up any quests there. That's just a breadcrumb to do one of my more favorite. One of my more favoriter questing areas in the game is this. I really like the Stranglethorn quests. I like the pirate stuff. This is possibly This is definitely in my top 5, maybe in my top 3 zones. I love Stranglethorn Vale. I love all the hunting. I love the troll killing. I love that vibe. I love the pirate stuff. I like the systematic getting better and better at the hunt. I like the Ernest Hemingway reference to the hills of White Elec. I like Ernest Hemingway. He's a flawed man, or was a flawed man that is, you know, in some ways very cringe, but also in other ways just extremely talented, and because of that, he makes a fascinating study for me. By no means do I like idolize him or anything like that, but I do think it's very, very cool. And I've been to his home down in Key West a few times, and I enjoy it every time I go. I don't know why. It's just a cool place to visit. I kind of nerd out for things like that. Like I'm that guy on the tour where I like to go and look at every detail and spend way too long and hold up the line and look at all the bonus things, read all the little things on the wall, like get pretty down and dirty when I do things like that. Alright, so the Vile Reef. Now, it says it's all right here. I don't know exactly what the story is. I feel like there are other areas in the Vile Reef. Better ways for us to hunt this out. I want to remember where I got... This might be right around where I got the dudes. So first of all, let's go out and now we're going to use this hammer, this thing on our hammer. Okay, so this is not, first of all, let's not get it twisted. This is not a fun thing we're about to undergo here. Do I have water breathing? Because that would be great if I do. There we go. All right. So I have 5 elixirs of water breathing. I'm putting on this for 30 minutes. All right, so I'm going deep down here. We need to kill these guys. What we don't want to do is fight more than one at a time. That's the kind of goal. Every time you kill one, you will get one for free. There's another quest. There are these clams down here that have blue pearls in them. You can absolutely work on that. Yeah, here's these guys, these foragers with the poison. If you do not have a way to fight your way through the poison, I do not recommend fighting them at all. I reckon you're going to have to go all out. As you can see, we are doing exactly that. He's going to probably run. Yep. And right there I got bad luck because I did get one encrusted tailfin. But I just gained, I'm going to use one of these potions. I just gained, or he just ran on me. So now I've got to be real, it's going to be real battle of attrition-y, and we could already be in a bad spot where I have to use, okay, so I just hit him with the stun combo because it's worth it. But already somehow my Seal of Commander has worn off, and now look, I've got... He hit me with the poison. He just hit me with another one. That's deadly. Okay, so I've got to be careful. He just hit me with another one. Okay, so I've got to use it, because he sucks. Okay, so now I've hit him with that. Oh my gosh, he just keeps it. Yeah, see, the poison is obnoxious, and you will not live through the poison experience. Okay, so now he's running. Did we reset the judgment? I mean the seal. Okay. So that was bad because I ended up having to use my holy water. We got our second fin. So you gotta find places where you can drink. Because we can't drink underwater. So it's good to stay kind of near the shore because of that. There is one spot out here, like a rock you can get on. You will have to get down and dirty in the coast also, if you, yeah, see, we just got that nectar right there. I'm actually going to save that nectar. Build that up. But we just used our lay on hand, so that was our one get out of jail free, and that happened because we chained one time. So you gotta be very careful. It's more now, if we basically get into where one pulls another, we're gonna have to run. Now, if we don't fight the foragers, there are certain ones that are going to be better for us. Also, you will have to go down here if you want to be a person that's more smart. If you want, you could pre-get all of your blue clams while you're down here. There's a hunter. I kind of like fighting the hunters. The warriors are a good one to fight too. Anytime you fight a warrior in this game. Nothing too shabby. They're not going to do anything really special on you. It's your call if you wanted to save your stun, if you had a stun like me. So what I would like to do is just keep using my judgment whenever I can. I kind of want to pull him back a little bit. Okay, because he's gonna run. There we go. Okay, he's still running. There we go, we got him. So that one wasn't too bad. See, so because of the lack of the poison and all that stuff, that warrior was not too bad. No, if you don't have, if you do not have potion, underwater breathing potions, it's not the end of the world either. This is the first time I've actually done this quest with underwater breathing potions. What I would say is you just need to pull. Just pull them, kite them up to the surface. Okay, gotta save some mana because he hits us with that poison so much. I'm gonna really try to use my judgments more as I get near the end of that. And he keeps hitting you with that bleed too. Don't love it at all. Let's see what we get here. Yeah, now he hit me with that. Because he's a jerk. I'm gonna use another one of those too. Okay, so these foragers, even against this guy, just annoying. They are by far the worst ones to fight. There you go. And he's running. Okay, now that 766 XP, that's pretty juicy. I like that. I think I saw a warrior down here somewhere, and the warriors were a lot easier to fight. It's like a trench. I don't think it's the trench. But if we can find another warrior, that was a lot cooler of a fight. Yeah. That one I'm not as worried about. We can go right in and go toe-to-toe with a Murloc warrior. Okay, so we've got 4 of our tail fins. Again, it's going to depend on your class and experience. Like a paladin, 1-to-1 versus an elite like this is pretty hardy experience, so nothing to really worry about. But already, I'm going to probably want to drink after this. I see another warrior over there. Just fighting him a little bit. Probably putting the kite before the horse a little bit here. Fighting him a little too soon. Yeah, see, he's making me have to use a heal. And we have these little things we could do if we need to. There we go, that was a nice crit. Kind of waiting, I think we can... See, I think if I hit him with that. I'm going to go ahead and heal rather than pursue him. Because some bad luck, he comes back and crits me, and then it was all over. It's still bad. Okay, Okay, so I went ahead and used that stun and got him 844. We also just got Green Hills of Stranglethorn, page 4. Alright, so now what I want to do is find a place to eat. Drink and be merry. Now we can go back to the shore, or you can try to be clever. See, look, there's a rock right there. This is the one of the few spots that are not on the shore that you can actually rest on. Not that it's that big of a saving thing. There are some spots, though. So you can come out here and do your eating and stuff out here. If you go deeper out into the bay, you can rest up on the ships and all that stuff. But might as well give ourselves a well-fed buff, too. Alright, so let's go back down. We still have 5 to go. This is pretty successful, luckily. The combo of the water-breathing potion and Glee Contessa being a pretty solid fighter is making this smooth. This was a lot harder for my other 2 classes. I would say this is the easiest. I mean, I've also learned from my mistakes to a certain extent. I know anybody that watches this show, that's a shocker. These are the clams I was telling you about. So they give you both giant clam meat and these pearls. So you probably just want to stick the pearls in the bank. But if you want while you're down here, yeah, all we got was a pearl out of that. Those pearls, I think you need 10 of them on a later quest. But so you could kill 2 birds with 1 stone, but I don't really care that much. I'm not that scared of this area. Don't worry about this. Look, this is like a dead, rotting Thrushadon. I should have hit that stun earlier. I was ogling the Thrushadon too much. But the only good thing is this Crusted Tailfin is 100% drop rate. That's a good thing. Go ahead and knock a heal off. Alright, so this is a level 36. That might be part of it too. I feel like sometimes it's also, you know, RNG. Do you crit? When do you crit? Does it happen? How many misses do you have? All that kind of stuff. Okay, so this time I'm going to chase this one down. Oh, and it went above me. So since I lost sight of it, I'm going to heal instead. There it is. It's kind of flying around like an idiot. But they can swim into these rocks and effectively get out of your like line of sight. It's super annoying. Alright, that's number 6. But now we're already in need of replenishment. Sustenance. I mean, I could just heal and then wait for my stuff to come back. We've got to hunt down another one anyway. He's targeting me. I don't know if that's the person we were helping earlier. I didn't pay attention to their name. Alright, so... Oh, fatigue means I am too far out in the world. It's probably just because of that trench. It's considered darkness or something. I don't know. I would not go this far normally. It's just that she's doing so good that I'm feeling a little bit, like, brave. Maybe foolishly so. A Tide Lord? I've never even fought one of those. I never go this far. Yikes. I'm gonna go ahead and smush my healing in with that. That was painful. Okay, we might end up using some potions on this one. This gets hard. I thought the hunter might be easy, but in the rock, paper, scissors of World of Warcraft, this guy has my number. He's really getting me. Let me get one more heal off before I have to start chasing him. As you know, he's going to start running soon. Come on. There we go. Okay, that was good. I'm tempted to want to fight that Tide Lord, but not unless I'm at like full resources. So I gotta find some way to rest, because I don't think you can eat underwater. Pretty sure that's a no. And these things are... Now there's a little... What's that thing? That's probably a quest you have to go do later on. We'll probably have to come here. Oh, I'm getting fatigue again. It's probably because of the trench, right? Who is that? Gazban? It's just a humanoid. He's dead. That's probably for a quest too. They're AFK, just floating in the ocean. They probably just decided to rest up out here. Kind of like I'm doing. Interesting, interesting. I want to be at full... Look at this whole little temple. There's an oracle, so this is a new kind too. We need 3 more tail fins. I can't screw around too much. That thing. I don't want to fight a Tide Lord, but I want to do it when I'm like not going to pull a bunch of guys. Okay, I'm going to try to pull that Tide Lord right there. Okay, so he's like a caster. Now his level makes him harder. What? Oh, he's already trying to go hit me. He's already gonna retreat. Ah, that's it. I gotta skedaddle now. Because I'm pulling... Whoa, that's bad. Alright, I'm putting the bubble on to get out of there. That's not... I'll go for that warrior instead in a minute. So, I think I could have handled the Tide Lord, but I need to fight that Tide Lord in a spot where... things aren't so sketchy. I'm gonna go for this warrior instead. A lot safer. I know I can take one of them out. No need to be brave fighting the Tide Lords at this point when we will most likely have to go fight them later. And oh, he resisted my smite. That stinks. So my mega hit was resisted. Bummer. Oh, you barely got that off because of the miss. Like, if you miss, it'll reset your judgment. Okay. That's good. So then when you're in vengeance, that's the time to use your smite, your judgment. That's what I need to do, is save my judgments for if I'm in vengeance. And then otherwise, don't bother with it. There he goes, he's running. Yeah, I need a new hammer. I talked about this in the last episode. Oh no! Gotta heal myself up. Yikes. Okay, now I gotta escape. I might die. Oh man, that poison. I'm gonna die. All my things are gone. Yep. So, I was greedy, and I got the death that time because I wanted the kill on the other one. So I am up to 8 fins. If I aborted the mission and didn't let that guy... Also, I had the bad luck of hitting a forager with my other one, so he hit me with the poison as well. And I've already burned this, and I had forbearance because I just burned the other thing. Or I was on a cooldown, because I could have popped the second bubble. That would have been the way to get out of there, but it was on its 5-minute cooldown. Or this one, I mean, there's still 2 minutes left, whatever. You get the point. I was on a cooldown from it, because I had just... So basically, I was fast and loose, got too confident, didn't have my protections in place, and didn't look behind the guy to make sure I wasn't going to chain another one. That also took out my water-breathing potion. So I'm not going to imbibe another one for the final 2. We're going to kite it so I can show you what you could do if you didn't hoard your water-breathing potions the same way I have. The XP has been pretty solid. We're getting like 700-800 for every one of these guys. That's better than I thought. So even just for the 2 more, we're going to get another 1,500. We'll be at, you know, needing 17,500 in that ballpark. I do want to at least eat one more Goblin Deviled Clam. So that part we can get going again. And luckily, like I said, the weightedness persists through death. There's a couple things I'll reapply. We also bought ourselves an inventory slot by the potion. By greedily gulping potions. We're pretty far out there in the reef. Like I said, I don't go this far normally. I think when you res, the verticality element's pretty generous. So we're going to have to go underwater. We were so deep down there because of the potion. Yeah. There's no getting out of that. Alright, so I want to go maybe over to that rock. Just so I can get the well-fed buff again. Oh, let's turn our aura back on. And, I mean, all told, pretty good. 8 out of 10 without a death is pretty solid. And even that death was very avoidable. I just didn't want to... I was greedy. I mean, the time it takes to run over here and res about the amount of time probably to fight another Murloc and recover from it. But we now have to go look for 2 more. So now that we have the breath this breath difficulty, we have to kind of approach this differently. We can't just swim around to our heart's content. We have to find... Saw one down there somewhere. We've got to find them and then kite them up to the surface. That's a dead one. Okay. So whole different experience now. But since we only have to do it for 2 guys, I'm going to bite the bullet and do it this way. This is how I've done it on some of my other characters. Alright, so we got a hunter. These guys are tough. They're a little bit trickier of all the ones to kite because anytime you have a physical ranged mob, kind of have to kite them slowly. Also, we can't use our stun move because that would be the opposite of kiting them. That time I used it, we're almost to the surface. Okay, cool. Now I can use my stun. Hit with that. He's already about ready to go. He's about ready to start running, honestly. So just gotta be careful. But pulling them to the surface also pretty much ensures they're not gonna get a friend on you. So there's that too. It also means you're probably staying close to a place to eat and rest every time. Okay, so we have 1 more left to kill, but basically that's what you would do, rinse and repeat. It's a lot slower this way. Very, very doable. So you can kind of just go under. There's a forager. I hate that kind. There's a hunter. I guess I'd rather fight the hunter. My mana's a little bit lower than I would like, but is the last one we need, so we're gonna make it work. Perfect. We just hit the stun while I had my vengeance on, so that's like a 9% bonus already on top of it. He's going to start running very soon. Okay. That's it. We just go down there. Hopefully he doesn't run so far down that he pulls that forager. We got a crit with it. That's pretty good. We did pull the forager. Great. Okay, I'm bubbling to get out of here. Do anything to me. Drink another potion. Okay, we got out of there just in time. Alright, we did it. Okay. So, now we've got to walk back to Booty Bay and turn in those couple quests. Well, just the one, really. And then we're going to fly from there up to Loch Modan so we can make our first foray into the Badlands. So that's cool. I don't know how much we'll do on that one. We'll look when I get to a road here. We're not around 18 raptors. We'll better assess our time frame that we have. But I might not even keep this one single blue pearl. I don't know. I might keep it in the bank and just forget about it forever. We do have to visit the bank when we're in Booty Bay, though, because we have all these Stranglethorn pages. We have a 4, we have an 8, we have a 27. So we can add those. We will eventually need those all. If we get close to the Horde City here, we're gonna risk attracting the guards, but I wanna. There we go. So yeah, 275 free XP. Yes, please. Okay. We are now at. We need 17,100 XP. So we're making great time on that. Don't know what's gonna kind of make. We might get a little bit more because there's obviously some areas right here. Maybe it's these ruins. There are some other areas that we can get some exposure on the map. Mizja ruins, yep. A little more XP. Stranglethorn's good for that. Plenty of areas. 16,800. Love it. We're going to go across this river here. Greater Sagefish Pool. That would let's do a little pinch of fishing. Let's just at least fish up this spot because those sagefish, they are level ups for our cooking, and we're so close. We're 2 points away. And it'd be really awesome if we could get the cooking quest. Our fish got away. Dang it. I don't think we have any other. We don't have any other fishing, like, things. Okay, we got one, so that's a probable point to fishing. And we have a couple rock scale cod we just got, so that's a tiny chance. But I would feel good if we got at least one more. I think every time you fail in a pool, that also takes up one of the charges of the pool. There's typically in the ballpark of around 4 charges in a pool. Or let's say 5, give or take 1. Fish got away, so I was wrong. There was 3 total charges, 2 of them we wasted. So we do have a small chance of leveling up our cooking. Look at that little fish. What is that bubbling noise? Because that is also something we could take care of. Now, I don't remember where... When we're back in Booty Bay, we'll check it out. I think we get it... That's not level 40 yet. I think we get it from Stormwind, the cooking quest. And it requires us to purchase some things, and some are quite expensive. So, the Alterac Swiss you can buy, I think, in town. You need some eggs and some clam meat. The clam meat is pretty cheap. I think it's giant clam meat, but the eggs are what are expensive. And you need a pretty solid amount, 10 or 12 of them. So there's a possibility this is going to cost us 15 to 20 gold. Since I'm not going to go grind out the mats myself. I just want to unlock cooking. And since I'm not really worried about saving up for a mount on a paladin, I will spend that money. But it'd be cool if we could hit it right now, because then what we could do is Hearth to Stormwind. And since we're already going to Loch Modan, you know, we could actually then tram it over to there, and then go to Loch Modan. Now, let's look at the time where I want to record here. Yeah, we're an hour 16, so by the time we did all that, that would be a good, I think, stopping spot for an episode. And we'd have all that stuff in the inventory for when we went back to the Shimmering Flats, because we'd stop in Tanaris, and that's where you get that. It's a pretty easy quest. You just have to, he asks you for some ingredients, and then he teaches you how to make them thing, and he gives you artisan cooking. I think you have to be level 35, so we clear that, and you have to have 225 cooking, and we're very close to that. I mean crazy close. It's going to require some luck. We would need to hit on one of those 2 rock scale cods. And we would then, of course, need to hit on the Sagefish Delight. So it's by no means a guarantee. But it's a possibility. I mean, I guess we just got that stuff from killing Murlocs. So that right there was one of the trickier ones. It's actually, the stuff we're going to do in the Badlands, I'd say is maybe hard too, because we're going to be killing like level 40, 41, 42 mobs in the Badlands. It's not like a super easy quest. It'd be cool to hit 38 also in this whole experience, but whatever, that could just be something we do next time. This might all have to wait. If that is what happens and we have to wait, then we have to wait. We're going to turn these in. We'll get some. We're so close. 16,800 XP. We're so close. I don't think... You know what? Let's go ahead and fight this gorilla too. Just because the more XP, the better. He's level 40. I'll take that. That guy... Level 36, helping me, 1 level below me. And like I mentioned also multiple times, we want to be as close as we can to 39, because at the end of the day, that's where we have to be. So we need that for the final stretch of this. A gorilla hair and a gorilla fang, cool. We just got 500 XP more. And as you can see, too, the grinding is not that bad. It's just tedious, and I would prefer not to grind. I don't want to grind at all. I would run all of the Nomergon and Razorfen Crawl quests before I ground. before I subjected myself to grinding. I mean, in the Badlands, we'll get to kill a lot. We'll get some good XP from that. I just want to... 16,000. I mean, we're probably at most. We're going to turn in... We have all these ones to turn in. Well, I mean, 38 is also a... You know, like a level where you get talents. You probably get XP from doing the cooking, too. So, fingers crossed that we get the cooking taken care of. If we can get that cooking quest done, that'd be really cool. It might not happen until... after we finish the Badlands. I don't know, we're gonna see. Alright, so let's go to the Port Authority first and cook this. Buy hot spice, cook a little bit. We just need one hot spice. I mean, we could always fish, too. We could just fish our brains out right here. We do pre-fishing.
What can I help you with?
I know you guys like that. Look, Gorilla Fang and Gorilla whatever, it appeared to be like white, something? Like they were for something. Okay, I do want one hot spice, I believe. Can't believe there's no cooking stuff by the cooking guy.
That's a good one.
Hot spices. Alright. And, ooh, lost and found.
I got what you need!
What's that all about? Weird.
Hurry back!
There's an auctioneer, a neutral auction house. I have used that to ferry goods to myself before. Still a thing. You don't mind paying a little bit of a premium? Absolutely. It is a way to do that. This little gnome. Hey, good luck. Me. Come on, we need at least a hit on at least one of these two. First one fail. Second one fail. Dang it. Are we going to hit on this one? We did. Okay. So, I'm going to go down and let's spend a little bit more time fishing. Why would we not do that? Let's go buy one more bobber and we'll get our fishing up and we'll pre because we're about to hit 38. So, this is how we're going to spend. We're going to front load some of this fishing experience for ourselves in order to potentially get this clam meat quest ready to roll. We're going to try it out. Okay. And we need this, because this gives us a chance at rock scale cod. We need 1 point of fishing. I don't have any giant clams. Otherwise, that would be cool. If we caught mithril-headed trout, that would be even better. I don't think you can catch those here. I think you can in Arathi Highlands. Well, I think you can do it in Alterac, too. We cannot cook the raw spotted yellowtail, but... And you never know. We could get 10, 15 rock scale cod, and it won't, and not hit on any of them. So there's one. So every one of those is a chance that we're going to have. And we are going to have to do this soon anyway, so we're just basically taking it out of the next episode and putting it on this episode, which is okay. It just means we won't have to fish on the next episode either, unless there's two chances, unless we really just blasted through a whole level. I don't think that's quite going to happen. We have to go in and turn this quest into the Goblin Sponsership Part 4 is what we're going to be turning in now. And picking up Part 5. There we go. Okay, we got 1 point of fishing there. We also now have 3 chances to get that last point on a green. Last time we did, it was quite nice. I think we had 13 or so rock scale cod, and we ended up raising like 5 levels of cooking off that. So, you never know. You never know. That one made us wait. Alright, there's a 4th rock scale cod chance. So I kind of worked my fridge, not my fridge, actually, fridge too. That's a whole different thing. But I kind of worked out my, if you notice I haven't been complaining about the blazing heat, there's a 5th rock scale cod chance. I basically decided I was going to, rather than deal with the constant backflow drainage problem that was turning off the AC, and we basically just I couldn't stay on, the AC would never stay on long enough for it to get into a roll and build a good temperature up. It just couldn't do it. The heat was winning. The amount of time when it would kick off, you couldn't, because basically the way that it worked would, every time it would kick off, because the drainage pipe would back up, it would kick off, and even if you caught it right away, so let's say you had 30-second downside. Okay, we were at 187 fishing, we also have a 7th chance now. Let's say you caught it right away, well, and you only have 30 seconds of downtime. What it would do is it would instantly, when you caught it, you can turn it back on, 8th chance. And then it would stay on for approximately 1 minute, and then it would automatically, regardless of the temperature, turn itself off for about 1 to 2 minutes. Let's just say 2 minutes. Then it would turn back on for 5 to 10 minutes, and then boom, the experience, let's say 10 minutes. Let's say it stayed on for 10. And then that's it. It would refill, in that 10 minutes, it would refill its condensate. Or not condensate, like whatever. It would, the water would, in the drainage would refill. So I couldn't take it. There's no way, you can't, if you do anything where you're not willing to stay on it every 15 minutes, including sleeping, then you're going to be screwed. And even despite all that, in the 2 minutes it's off, let's say 2.5 minutes because the other 30 seconds. Okay, we're at 188 on fishing now with 11 chances. In that 2 minutes, it's gaining more degrees in temperature than you were cooling off in the 5, 6, 7, 10 minutes that, it would get staying on. So the house was just constantly getting hotter. At night, when the temperature would cool off due to Earth's temperatures cooling at night, you could get down to within a couple degrees of where we would normally keep the AC. So it's only 1 or 2 degrees warmer. Not too bad. But it was just getting worse and worse as the days went on. So what I ended up doing was, one, I took some of the drain pipes because it basically has one exit pipe on the inside of the house and one on the opposite side of the house, on the outside of the house. So I had already used the shop vac to drain the heck out of those countless times. Inside, countless. Out, because that's easy and convenient to get to. Outside, longer, more extensive drains, 3 or 4 times. So then this time what I did is there is a couple other PVCs that are hooked up that are capped off, that are not normally part of the drainage. So I used the shop vac to blow them out, and then I also simultaneously took the sensor off, which is not good, because what will happen then is the condensate will just flow nonstop, and it will put water damage all around the structure that's housing your AC, which has happened in previous years. This AC is almost 20 years old, and I was already telling my wife, like, maybe we just need to bite the bullet and pay the 5, 6, 7, whatever grand it's going to be to get a whole new central AC unit. My wife was like, let's just say she wasn't thrilled at that prospect. So instead what I did is I took like a pan, like a metal pan, and I took the cap off, and I, kind of jury-rigged some things up so that, then I was like, okay, this way if it does overflow and drain, I've essentially created a larger drain pan that it can go into, and then we can at least drain that pan less frequently, and the thing will keep running, and I could monitor and see how long it takes for that pan to fill. But I also suctioned out all the other PVCs, and I don't know, but we've had no problem since. I haven't had to drain the pan. It hasn't overflowed. The water hasn't even been there. So I wonder if there was a blockage in one of the other pipes and I cleared that out. Or I am living in denial and my AC is going to explode all over me. I don't know. I'm a very amateur fixer of things. I'm just not afraid to take something apart and watch a YouTube video, and that's pretty much how I approach everything in my life when it comes to handyman stuff. But, sometimes you get success. And a lot of the times it's just temporary success. So I'm not a professional. It's just like, oh, well, it's fixed for now. Maybe it'll fall apart later. I mean, the AC unit is 19 years old. At this point, we've already won the AC game. We've lived in our house for 19 years, so I feel like we've already come out on top. If we have to buy a new AC unit, same thing with our roof. We haven't repaired we had to repair our roof once. We haven't replaced it. So any of these things, and we live in a heavy storm, the storm belt of the world. All right, let's cook these. Fingers crossed, guys, that we get 1 point of cooking out of these 16 rock scale cods. If not, it was not meant to be. We got our point of cooking. Okay, so now, and they're still green, so I'm going to pause here. So that's great. So now what we have to do is look and see, where does that take us? Now, if you go to look at Stormwind, there is... not a quest, so it doesn't come out of Stormwind. Maybe it comes out of Ironforge. I know a guy. There you go. So Ironforge will now give us the quest to learn cooking. So that's great. We're going to do that momentarily. We're ready to roll. So let's look at the I know a guy quest line, because I want to, while we're in the capital, buy the... I know a guy just randomly... Okay, that actually opens up the next quest. Dang it. Hamlet surprise. That's what you need. Okay, it requires 12 giant eggs, 10 zesty clam meat, and 20 Alterac Swiss. Now, where can we buy Alterac Swiss? That's a good question. Can you buy it in Stranglethorn Vale? No, but you can buy it in Stormwind. Can you buy an Ironforge? No, but when we go to Stormwind, we want to make sure that we buy the Alterac Swiss. You need a total of 30 Alterac Swiss. So that we can buy outside of the auction house. So this is all cool for us. That Singing Blue Shards and Zanzil's Secret. The Zanzil's Secret is the one we have to do to open up the chain for the 1,000 needles, but we're not doing that right now. That's the hardest one, so we're saving it. Alright, let's tell old Rebel Gaz.
Well met, traveler. There's opportunity to be had here if you're clever enough.
Listen to the pirate goblin voice that voiceover has.
Much as I hate to admit it, that gnome team they've out there is pretty good. Our boys need every edge they can get.
Now let me just get a copy of these blueprints for my own notes, and you can bring these straight to Potzik. Wouldn't want him to think that one of his sponsors was abandoning him. You should be all set to go. Give Podzik my regards and tell him that if he ever needs anything, not to hesitate to ask. I'll be waiting for the news that he breaks the track record soon.
Alright, so he gave us some blueprints. We can also go to Goblin Sponsership 4. Actually, we'll go 4, 5 right here. Boom, boom. And they're ready to go. We need to extend this a little bit more. But we're making good progress here. Good progress. Okay, rather than flying or doing anything like that, we're now going to hearth to Stormwind City. Because we want to pick up the quest, I know a guy. From Ironforge. But first we're going to go to the cheese shop. Actually, let's go to our bank. And then we'll do the auction house while we're here. Let's just get that out of the way. That guy was stressed with some neat looking stuff. We go over here. There's less people. Captain
Welcome
Ambu.
to the Bank of Stormwind. We offer
All right,
financial
so-
accounts and safety deposit boxes for valuable
Cool,
items.
we don't need
Do
any
you
of
already
that.
have
I don't
an account
even
with
need
us,
this. I should just sell that. I don't need all these rough grinding stones. I'm taking all these out to sell. And we're going to place them with this chrono timer. We need that later on. And we're now gonna start collecting these green hills of Stranglethorn. We have a 27, an 8, and a 4. So 4, probably they're gonna could not be part of any single chapter. I think we're all good. I should have used that protection when we were down there with those Murlocs. That might have saved my life. Oh yeah. Let's also learn this. Cooked glossy mitefish. Not hot smoked bass. Spiced chili crab, we can cook it, we just can't eat it. Is that it? Yeah, so a couple more recipes. Cool. Good for us. Alright, now let's go sell a couple things, but we need to go to the cheese shop first for the Alterac Swiss. We gotta look for the cheesy dude. There you go. Tria's cheeses. Look at that. Someone's cooking right in here. Alright, so Rockscale cod we're still gonna cook. Boom, 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 boom. Nothing else. Can't afford anything else.
Best deals in all of Stormwind, my friend. Won't find
So-
any better. Now, what can I help you with?
These sell in stacks of 5 for 36 silver each. They are not cheap. I'm going to sell that. The yellowtail we can't do anything with. So, boom, I can sell that stuff. I'm going to toss in the blue pearl. I don't care. Okay. It's all good. Oh, I can do fillet of red
See you
gill.
around.
Probably... Now that's red gill, though. Not yellow gill. Or whatever it was that I had. Cool. I mean, I'll move those around a little bit right now. Okay.
Best deals in all of
So,
Stormwind,
we
my
need
friend.
30.
Won't find any better.
2,
Now, what can I help
3,
you with?
4, 5, 6. So we had to buy 6 stacks of that for 36 each. So that's 1 gold and basically 1.5 gold that cost us just for the cheese. And you're not getting it cheaper than that. There's no way around that. So right there, let's look at what we need. 1.5 gold. Can't get cheaper. Maybe you could find that cheese somewhere out in the world. I don't even know if you could. And if you did, would it be worth it to even try and grind it? You need zesty clam meat. This is where it's going to be a little bit cheaper. Zesty clam meat, as you see, is very cheap. We need 10 of them. So a stack of 5 is only 9 silver. A stack of 2 here, 1.5. Another stack of 2. These are not that hard. And then we can buy a single piece one. So I'll come back to the auction house in a minute. So altogether for that, we spent about a little bit less than 2 silver for each. So for 10 total, we're talking. Yeah, so that was 10 silver. That was about 4, so we're about 14. Another 4, about 18. So less than 20 silver it cost us for all of these clam meats. Cool. Okay. That's not what's the expensive part. So altogether, we have spent a little bit less than 2 gold for this mission. The giant egg, this is where it comes into play. This is where people get you. No items found? Did I spell giant wrong? Oh no. So we have no chance to buy giant eggs? Giant clam meat? No. So now I can... So let's look at JP Worgen and offer some gold. So there's not even any for sale. Yikes. So we're going to have to ask in trade if someone... If not, what we'll have to do is buy it on the next episode. So typically, it sells for about 25 silver each. There's just none for sale right now. Yesterday, they were selling for 1 gold each. So we're going to have to look and trade. Anyone have 12 giant eggs for sale? Because the auction house doesn't have them right now. And if no one wants to respond to that, then we're kind of screwed. There's not really a lot we can do. While we're waiting on this, I'll put it in general too. But it's kind of... we're kind of going to be out of luck. Now, we can look and see what drops them. Wow. Yeah, they're dropped by, so that's a 46 rare. There's nothing. So if you look at what drops them, the rocks in Tanaris at level 41 to 43 are our best bet. They have a 25% chance of dropping them. That might be the best that we can do. So, that's okay. You know, they're level 41 to 42. That could help us with our grind. We do need that, and that's, you know, that's all we can really, really do. I'll put it in looking for group. Okay, I'll put in looking for group, even though that's not technically what you should be doing, but at least you can hit more people since they're not out there.
Greetings.
That's it. So, not a lot we can do more there. We'll go ahead and go over to Ironforge and get the quest, and that's a big start for us. But there's a decent... If we have to buy these at market rates, we're going to be paying a solid 12 gold. Maybe if we'll get lucky, we can get someone to give them to us, the whole pack, for 10 gold. If we have to buy them. Otherwise, we're going out to Tanaris, and we're going to be looking for rocks that are around level 41, 42. So they're going to be tough to fight. We're going to be basically looking for level 41 rocks. And maybe 42 if we can level up before we do that. Actually, that's probably a good idea. No one has them right now. No one's responding to our clarion call for aid. So that's okay. What we'll end up doing is wait till the next episode for that. We'll go to Ironforge right now. And then what we'll do is fly to Felsamar, or I'll actually do that off camera, so that next time we can start the Badlands thing. And we'll level up, I'm sure, when we're out there in Badlands. Because we only need 13,000 XP, and we're going to have to get a lot of that while we're... What's our time looking like? Yeah, we're at 144. So that's pretty heavy on the time. We could have checked the neutral auction house too. The Horde auction house might have had some. That's another thing we could really consider doing is exploiting that, you know, looking over on some of our other characters and checking that out. but I'm not that desperate. I'm not desperate at all, because if we can find the rocks, so if we look at these, I should look at that again. And look at these rocks. The rocks were the lowest level things that dropped them, so let's look at those birds. Just see how much they spawn and so on and so forth. So they look like they're all over the north around Gadget Stand, so that's useful. They do drop giant eggs. It says they have a 25% drop rate. That's not too bad. They are from level 41 to 43 right now. We could handle level 41 rocks if we had to. Possibly 42s. It's just going to be borderline. It's going to take us a lot. And because we need 12 with a 25% drop rate, that means we're going to have to kill about 50 of them. They like to gather around the giant rib cages. Find a group of 5 rocks. They drop more buzzard wings than the birds in the Badlands if you need buzzard wings for whatever. But I don't understand what they're saying. Oh, this is if you have a pet that does them. Yeah, so whatever. It looks like they have a pretty decent spawn rate, and when we level up one more, killing the level 41s will be even easier because we will be level 38. Then 41s and 42s will be certainly within our range, and we could even probably take out the 43s. We'll get one. This also will give us another day to search for them in the auction house. So maybe we'll get better luck with that tomorrow. So what are we doing here? Well, we're going to go pick up the quest, I Know a Guy. And we're going to also do our... Actually, we're not going to get on the flight path. We're going to stay here, because then the first thing we can do when we log in tomorrow is check the auction house together here in Ironforge. So I'm not even going to mark that we're picking up the I Know a Guy quest. We'll just go ahead and do our smelting. We'll pick up I Know a Guy next time. The only thing I can smelt is iron. And then this will be pretty cool. Pretty cool. So I am happy about all this. It's pretty good. Maybe we'll go stand by him, though, so I don't forget. Alright, now for actual building... Oops, dang it. Forgot that it will kick us out of that. Dang it, I did it again. Okay, so... there's not a lot to do. These bracers are the best we can get. We just want one green iron bracer, then maybe something else better will open up at the higher level. I don't know. We need to go to, I think there's a clothier right here to buy one green dye. I truly hope we get something that doesn't require green dye after.
Keep your feet on the ground.
Because it's obnoxious to have to go to a non-blacksmith vendor. And also that I can get green iron gear? Who cares? Like, why are we making it green? What's the point? Okay. We have plenty of heavy stones. I could make some of those, too. No, I lied about that. I wish I could find some more golden skeleton keys. That'd be cool. Iron buckles are useful for certain things. Alright, so we're at 170, and now we can say...
come all the way to the great
green iron helm.
to stay warm. Speak up, lass! Tell me what it is I can do for you.
Now that's 12. It also requires a citrine, which we do have one, I believe, in the bank. Ah, maybe? Maybe we don't. Wish there was a way to check that. Is it worth it? 9 strength, 8 spirit. No, I like our head a little bit better. So the spark metal quaff, or quaif, I think it's quaff, but I don't know. This is 3 points higher armor, but stat-wise, we would actually lose 4 points of strength, and we would trade out 11 stamina for 8 spirit. That's better. This is a more tanky thing. But for the citrine, I'm not going to go hunt it down. Also, for building as a pure, it's 12 iron bars, so it's not useful in that either. So we'll go buy 3 more green iron things. We'll buy 3 of those. Clothing store. Alright, so bracers it is. I mean, it's cool that we can build a male helmet now.
Hi.
Pretty cool. What's it look like too? I mean, it looks cool. It looks cooler than the one I have. And I'm tempted. I mean, overall, stat-wise, the stamina is pretty nice, but from a pure DPS perspective, we're gonna go down. We're gonna lose spirit, which from soloing perspective, that's probably less important than the 11 stamina. The 3 armor is, that's negligible. It could be a tiebreaker for us, but it's not like make or break anything. Yeah, so then we'll log here right in front of that dude. So next time we'll pick that quest up. We'll go out to the Badlands. We'll just keep shopping around. Worst case scenario, we're going to hunt rocks. And that's actually good because that will give us an opportunity to kill 50 rocks. Probably at an XP of around 400 or 500 XP per kill.
What can I get for you today?
That's like 20,000 XP. That's going to really help our grinding in the meeting. I want to cook those down there, but there's not anything I can't do it right now. Alright, so now we're going to go sit in front. We're going to... I know a guy. We're going here to the bronze kettle. We're going to log out right in front of his face. This is good. This was a productive episode. We did a lot. This is a hard zone, and we got a lot done because of it. So we have another episode in the pipe, 5x5. I thank you all so much for watching, for tuning in, and I will see you all next time on more of Warcraft. Peace.